All right. It's Harry Powell here for Severe MMA, and I am joined by possibly one of the biggest, if not the biggest, prospects in global MMA today. That is Mr. Muhammad Mokaev. Sir, how's it going?
Hello, I'm fine, thank you. Thanks for having me.
No problems at all. Thank you very much for the time. I understand that you're obviously down in London at the moment sorting out visa problems. How's that going? Is everything looking all right?
Yeah, fine. Just got my visa. Urgent. I have to drive to London to pick up my visa, and I was worried. The Brave said if we don't get visa till Friday, maybe we will pull out from the fight. But in that case, I was ready to drive on Saturday actually to Poland. I already checked the road and stuff, like same as I did for my debut in Sweden. Like I get visa, so I have to like drive there to Sweden, like and stuff. So I'm ready. I'm not falling out for like this excuses, but I try always.
I love that. I love that, and I think that that speaks highly to your mentality, right? That you're willing to drive to Poland. How long is the drive? Like 10 hours, 15 hours, something like that.
No, it was 23 hours.
Jesus
I have to
Christ.
go. I have to I put on a car on a boat, goes to
Yep.
France. From France, I go to Germany, and then from Berlin goes to must drive to Berlin, and then from Berlin it's about 4.5 hours drive from Berlin to Koini City where the fight is. So it's like it is a long
Jesus.
journey. It's
Yeah.
but that's why my friend I said you're ready. He said let's go. So.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. So I touched on just before. I mean, we should probably just speak about the fight before we get into anything. And that's obviously you're fighting Blaine O'Driscoll, co-main event
Yeah.
next
Yeah.
weekend. Firstly, how do you feel going into the fight?
Feeling good. My camp been good. I don't have like camp and stuff. I'm always ready. Like brave guys, they always know I was ready for Italy. I was ready for Kazakhstan card, and I said, listen, just whenever just let me know, and I'm ready. So it's nothing different, special. It's same opponent as other guys. He has two legs, two arms. It's nothing special.
Mhm.
No.
Yeah, I mean, coming from your amateur background, you've had what 25 amateur fights, including the IMMAFs. That's a vastly long amateur career, right? Not many guys have that longer amateur career. How do you feel that amateur career has set you up for now? I mean, you've only had 4 pro fights, but in total, this is going to be your 30th fight.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
how do you think that's helped you your amateur career going into the pro ranks?
100%. It built me confidence, built my skills. Like I had like so many bad days, and when I was fighting an animal, I had like staph infection. I had to like wake up on a bad day and fight, and I've been no good in semi final. I got dropped because I had like an infection day before. Actually, on the fight week, like got a staph infection on my knee. So coming to warm up area, I was feeling dizzy,
Mm,
so I was going inside the cage, like winning first round easy, and then second round, I start getting like heavy in the head. When you
mhm.
have infection, your body fights with the infection, and never like cage fighting. So, and then I just have to. My coach, all my knows this. When I went to Australia, I had like uh, abscess on my tooth with big face, like a ball in
Wow,
my face. Like I
wow.
was fighting with this, so I had bad days and show mentality. On bad days, I could win fights, and on the good days, I perform even better. Sometimes I I fight good, sometimes not good, but win, and I'm happy.
Absolutely. And just to touch on the IMAFs a little bit further, if we could,
Yeah,
obviously the IMAFs is a little bit different of a setup than a regular amateur fight, right? And a regular amateur fight, you might have a 4-week camp, you turn up, you fight, everything's great. Whereas the IMAFs is what 4, 5, 6 fights in a very short space of time. Like, do you enjoy that setup? How do you think that the IMAFs specifically helped your career?
it did help me a lot. Especially when you have like 4 or 5 fights in a week. It gets you ready for traveling abroad
Hmm.
in a different hotel, different without funds. Your team maybe no big team traveling, and for example, like if you're traveling like England, for example, some most of the team lost like in first round, right? So
Mhm.
in the morning I have to wake up on my own, you know, like to cook weight and stuff with like coaches, because the rest is like they might party till morning, and then they like it's hard for them to wake up, and you have to wait in 6 till 8 a.m. and then fight 11 a.m. So go through the medical process. Like even if you have like a like injured knee, you must like you try not to show, but you know it's difficult as well to most important pass the medicals, and then you're in that zone, you know, and then make
Absolutely.
weight every day. That's why I did bantamweight. I'm not
Yeah.
big flyweight. I'm not big big bantamweight. I'm average. Like my cardio. That's why my cardio can go as long as I want, because I don't cut crazy weight and I
Mhm.
stay healthy. I compete every weekend, you know.
Yeah, I wanted to touch on your last competition. I saw that you jumped into Empire, a local grappling tournament, and how
Yeah,
I mean, obviously you did fantastically well there, and congratulations for that. And I wondered,
thank you.
like, how, you know, for many people doing a grappling competition, especially if they're only a grappler, right? Like that's a big deal. It's a nerve-wracking time, etc., etc. But for somebody that, you know, fights in a cage nearly 30 times, how do you
Yeah.
do you just find grappling events fun? Like, why do you jump into those?
You know, so basically I had a wrestling tournament I supposed to play, and my visa got delayed. So I was supposed to play on Saturday morning, and my visa got delayed till Tuesday. So I was gonna fly to the tournament there. So I asked Empire, can I enter tomorrow? Like, can I compete? And they're like, you know, they got me in because, you know, like of course it's late notice, you have to register and stuff. He got me in, so I drove there. I drove, compete 8 matches, and then like I got my visa on Tuesday, and then I fly to Romania, compete representing Great Britain in wrestling. You know, so it was like two competitions back to back. It gets me, you know, like it gets you in that zone. It's interest zone competition. It doesn't harm you. I do like Saturday spinning, rolling sometimes anyway. So might do that in competition. Like if it's some grappler really high, I know I can take it down and hold them there all day, get my 2 points, and it's you know, like some people might say it's boring, but I don't care. You know, boring gets me like undefeated. You know, so I don't care. People still tune in and watch me, so
Yeah, I think
it's fine.
let's touch on that a little bit. Like, I don't like the idea of boring, right? At the end of the
Yeah,
day, to take somebody down and hold them there is a pretty difficult task, especially if somebody doesn't want to be held down, right?
yeah.
And like you've said, MMA is not about taking damage. It's not about hurting yourself.
It's
It's
not.
not
It
about
is. That's right.
it's
Yeah,
about domination, right? And if you're able
yeah,
to go in and dominate your
yeah,
opponent and
yeah.
impose your will, that's
Yeah.
why you're undefeated, right?
That's right, man. You know, because you know, like some people say I have like a bad striking. You know, like listen, guys knows like in the gym I go spar with boxers. Some boxing gym they think like you should compete in how much boxing, and then listen, but in the cage against somebody, sometimes I show my striking, but why would I strike with somebody take damages and stuff like this? I have a long journey, you know, so I have to like I have a long dreams, bigger dreams than standing for somebody and swing and then stay with damage for like 6 7 months recovery. Why? If I know I can take him down, I can hold him down as much as I want. You know, like I grapple in the gym. I take like I go to different gyms. You know, if I take somebody down, doesn't matter. It's featherweight, weight. Nobody gets up. You know, so it's like I spar money with like featherweight guys and high level guys. You know, so like I know if I can somebody, you know, I hold them down all day. Why I should stand up and play his game? You know, if
For
if
sure.
he's smart, if he play, he can beat my game and also win his game. But you know what I mean? So it's not boring. It's who doesn't understand this. They say this.
For sure, I agree, and
Yeah,
I think that, you know, there are elements to your game that are obviously vastly high level, and you know you're still young, you know, a very young man, only 21, right?
yeah,
Nobody can expect you to go out there and look like Muhammad Ali, as well as having the grappling pedigree that you have. You know,
mm,
this stuff will come, but as you've said, I see no reason for you to go out and swing with somebody, because anyone can get caught on any given day. You know, it doesn't matter how
100%,
good of a striker you are. Anyone can get caught. So if you feel so confident in your ability to go out and dominate in the grappling, why wouldn't you do that? You know?
Yeah, of course. And all my opponents know I'm gonna take him down and I'm gonna hold them down there. But what they can do, can they deal with it? You know, like I can't deal with the striking, not getting hit. You know, so can they deal with my wrestling? Of course they can.
So let's talk a little bit about your opponent. Do you know much about Blaine? Have you watched his fights? What do you think he's going to bring to you?
I did watch his fights. You know, when I was younger, when I didn't really compete in MMA, I was doing like wrestling and BJJ comp, and I was watching Bama. You know, remember Bama?
Of
I was
course.
watching. Yeah, I was watching a lot because my first wrestling coach, he was fighting on Bama, so I attended some events, and actually my teammate fought against Blaine O'Driscoll on Bama as well, Aaron Robin. So of course I watched him, and everybody watches each other in it's the UK MMA scene, but I watch every flyweight in every organization, ONE FC, UFC, the Russian ACA, and I watch all flyweights anyway, and I learn because one day I'm gonna fight them. So when he was in Bahrain, he fought against my teammate Jose Torres as well. He's a good guy, good heart guy. He doesn't talk shit. What can I say about him? And I know I know I can keep him down. I can hold him down. I can do whatever. I can finish early. I can finish late. I can go for distance, 3 rounds. But what can he stop my takedowns? You know, like can he, like, maybe he will stop once, maybe, like, I don't know, but can he keep stopping them? I don't think anybody can. It's not about you have to be a high wrestler, you know, to do this. And it's not about wrestling, it's about the pressure on the ground and understanding the body movement. He doesn't have that. He's got ground game like jiu-jitsu, he's got striking, but he doesn't have movement like a wrestler does. So that's making me different to him.
For sure. And I wanted to touch a little bit on the status. I mean, you know, you're a young 4-0 pro, 21 years of age. Not many people at your age and your experience level in the pro ranks has the amount of attention that you have. Everyone's calling you a massive prospect. Everyone's excited to watch you fight, whether they want to see you win or want to see you lose. Everyone wants to see you fight, right? How do you handle that? How do you comprehend the pressure that's on your shoulders of that prospect status?
To be honest, you know, like I have this question. To be honest, you know, if you remember me from when I fought on Shinobi and like from early my amateur fights, that had been already, you know, from the start, even before IMMAF, and it's been there for a long time. Now I'm just like, now I'm performer, you know. So I just go out there, fight in the cage. I don't feel pressure. Like since probably my 15th amateur fight, I just go inside cages like a sparring day for me. I feel everything, and you know, I don't have to prove anybody. I understood at some point that people want to see you lose, not because they hate you. They want to see how you gonna lose, you know, how you gonna get beat, not because they hate me or, you know, like same as some undefeated fighters, you know, they want to see him not because they hate him, they want to see him how he lose, like by what skill he's missing, you know.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, I don't take too in my head, you know. I have big support, and when I go there, when I train hard, my confidence there, you know, that's always training hard. When I go inside, my confidence there, because I rely on my hard work.
I love that answer. And I think what you said there about people wanting to see you lose, I think I completely agree. I don't think it's about like hatred towards you as a person or a fighter, but it's a similar thing when Khabib was in his sort of his heyday, right? People wanted to see him lose to see where the holes were, right? What can somebody do to beat him? What can somebody do to solve the puzzle? And I suspect that there's a similar sort of sentiment to yourself. And you mentioned there that, you know, you want to stay long in this game. You have big aspirations. What are those aspirations? What do we see from you in the next 3 to 5 years? What's the goal? What's the plan?
Plan, I don't hide. I want to be UFC champion.
Okay.
Want to be, but now I'm in Brave, so Brave looking good after me. I don't want to go, like now I'm on common event and like a lot behind it, and I change for example Jose Torres, and
Yep.
you can ask him how the rounds goes and stuff. I can't say anything, but I don't see difference between me and high level guys. I don't see. It's like there's a tournament going on. I fought one of the guys who was in the tournament, Abdul Hussein. He's I am a senior world champion, 10-0 as an amateur, 7-1 as a professional, 6 finishes. He was like a big prospect as well. So when I beat him, like all the talk like calmed because people were saying like you built the record and stuff like this. And I know I'm ready for between me and like top guys who fighting for the belt is just it's better who gets better ready for the fight, like in the camp, who gets to work. It's not like I cannot throw 1-2 or I cannot shoot for takedown. Everybody knows this.
Sure.
How your high IQ is and how you prepare for the fight. That's the difference between me and the fighters who's like fighting for the belt.
So do you think, you're coming up for your 5th pro fight, as we said, do you feel like a title shot is within the next 2 fights?
Hopefully, if they finish tournament early, I'm ready. I believe between me and Blaine, winner should fight for the winner of the tournament. I believe that.
I like that.
We deserve this.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. Well, look, before we wrap up, I just wanted to give you a chance to make a prediction if you are happy to make one. What do you want? What do you expect? How's the fight going to go?
I want win. I know I'm gonna win, and decision, TKO, decision don't matter. Bro. Most of my fight is decision anyway, and ready fight for 3 rounds. I'm ready to fight. Like if there's opportunity, finish. If there's no opportunity, I'm not like a crazy guy who try to finish everything. And as opportunity comes, I take time. Long night for Blaine.
I love that. Well, thank you very, very much for your time. It's been an absolute pleasure to speak to you. If anyone, for whatever reason, is living under a rock and they don't know where to find you on your social media, please give a shout out to any sponsors, any social media. Go for it.
My social media, Mokaev, Muhammad, and my team, KHK team, Khalid, who supports me, and my management paradigm, Jez and Arf from Twins, RW Ray, and my new sponsor Engage, and
Congratulations.
Engage, and Louis Elite, and my manager team. And thanks, of course, my coaches like Dean Garnett, Johnny Boxing, and Oleg from Rick, and everybody who's behind me in UK and Europe. Soon we're gonna put our name on United States map.
Absolutely, my friend. Well, look, best of skill with the next week. I know that this is the tough part, the weight cut and getting everything ready. So best of skill with that. And I can't wait to watch you fight, my friend. Thanks very much for your time.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Have a good day.
And
Bye-bye.
you. Cheers.